Okay, some big news in the world of legal pot this morning. Aurora Cannabis, a company we talk about often, has hired activist investor Nelson Peltz as a strategic advisor. That is sure to result in some serious moves for that company. Meanwhile, New Jersey lawmakers yesterday agreed on a plan to legalize recreational marijuana in New Jersey. Joining us now to discuss all this is friend of the program, BigMike Straumietis of Big Mike's Blends. Hey, Big Mike.
Hey, how you doing? Good morning.
All right, well, let's start with New Jersey. We are always tracking the domino effect of state by state, more states moving to legalize. It still feels as though some would say it's happening more gradually than they hoped. I mean, we look over at Canada, big contrast there. So just give us your take on New Jersey being the latest domino maybe to fall.
Well, I have a message for both New Jersey and New York. The lawmakers need to listen to this very, very carefully, because the things that are moving the market, they need to really concentrate on, and that is lower taxation, and we need to see a cannabis usury law put into place, because there's a lot of vendor price gouging going on in real estate, and just a lot of the ancillary businesses that are in cannabis are being charged 300, 500% more than what is fair market value. Could you imagine the tech industry when it started out, if everybody said, hey, those tech guys, let's go in there and let's just make as much money as we can out of those guys? That business would have never got off the ground. They literally, because of this price gouging and high taxation, has a stranglehold on our industry and are holding us down. So what I have to say, it's great. You know, there's a 1% bump when New Jersey said they're going to go to adult use. That's great. But the markets need to look deeper. For me, if I was going to invest in New York or New Jersey, here's the things that I would want to see. Number one, medical marijuana, adult use, fair permitting, low taxation, and cannabis usury laws in place. That's how I feel about what's going on the East Coast and in our entire industry globally. People have to realize we need to have a shot at getting this industry off the ground like every other space does.
Okay, Mike, I read recently that there's a proposal for about a $42 excise tax per ounce in New Jersey if this does become legal. Is that fair? Is that sort of in line with the 10 other states and areas in the U.S. that have legalized marijuana?
I will say they are looking at taxation and they're doing it correctly on that. $42 per ounce is fair, but don't be charging for cuttings. A lot of places are putting excise taxes on cuttings, on trim, and all these other things that are these secondary and third taxes that really add up to be a lot. Municipalities are overtaxing. There has to be a moratorium on heavy taxation. Look, here's what they're not realizing. We came out of the black market for 50 years. A company that's in the black market can sell for half the price of a legal company. How are we going to make money, and how are we going to prosper? Because, listen, this is going to go down to the corner. They're going to go down to their buddy who they're buying their quarter ounce or half ounce or their ounce from and get it for half price. This is what people aren't realizing. They've already been habitualized to a system that they're already familiar with, and you're coming in with all this heavy taxation and all this price gouging, this usury stuff that's going on. It's just not working. They have to really take a strong look and get serious about our space and treat it like any other legitimate company. And then the big three. You want to know what the big three are that are going to move the needle? Banking, taxation, and import and export laws. If I was an investor, and they're looking. They're working on it. You got SB 420, 421, and 423 that deal with all those issues, and then you've got the House bill, which is 420. But here's the thing: I see kind of like a Democrat-Republican war starting, because
we're
they're
watching.
each introducing their own bills. And watch, mark my words, these guys are going to cancel each other out, and in 2020, this is going to become the issue to get votes. We're not going to see any headway probably till 2022 2022.
It is going to be a very interesting political fight, and we'll have to have you back on soon, Mike. Thanks so much.
Anytime.
BigMike
It's great being here.
Straumietis.